Okay, so now we are done with the ray diagrams of convex lens. Let us move ahead with concave lens. Now concave lens is similar to that of convex mirror. Okay, so it is the opposite way. Concave lens is also known as the diverging lens because the rays diverge, they move away from each other. Fine. So in this case also, in case of concave lens, we basically have two cases only. Okay, so let us see the cases: position of object, position of image, size and nature. Okay, again the four columns that we have, and because we only have two cases, we'll draw the diagram along with the cases, discussion of the cases. In this case, first is the object is at infinity. If the object is at infinity, image is going to be formed at focus. If the image is formed at focus, obviously it is going to be highly diminished, and because it is a diverging lens, the rays go away from each other and basically we extend it in the backward direction to give you the image. The nature is always going to be virtual and erect. Now let us see how to draw the ray diagram for this one. Okay, we'll take a concave lens, draw the aperture, principal axis, optical center, f1 to f1, f2 to f2. Now here what we have said, we have to take the object at infinity. It means the rays are supposed to come parallel. So if I take the rays parallel like this, the nature of this lens is diverging. So rays will go away from each other like this. It is diverging. So because it is diverging, I have to extend it in the backward direction. So somewhere here the rays are meeting. So it is f1. I also can mention it over here, f1. So if the object is at infinity, the image is formed at focus f1. It means on the same side of the lens, it is highly diminished, virtual and erect. Fine. Now the second case for this is what? You have to take the object between optical center and infinity. It means you can keep the object anywhere on the principal axis. Image is going to be formed between C and F, where C is the center of curvature, optical center, and F is a focus. Size is going to be diminished and virtual and erect. Okay, so these are going to be the cases for concave lens. Now let us see how to draw the ray diagram for this. We'll take a concave lens. Object, optical center and infinity. This is the optical center, and here you can go anywhere you want, infinity. So I am keeping the object, let's say here. Again I have to use only two rules: parallel, diverge, but it will pass through focus. Second is optical center, it will go straight. Now where these rays are meeting? At this point. So I will draw the image over here: A, B, A dash, B dash. Okay, now here what you can see is object you have kept anywhere, and I have kept it near to f1. You can take it beyond, between, anywhere you want to. Image is formed between center, optical center. This is C is what? Optical center and focus. So this is f1. So every time you keep the object anywhere, you keep it at between, you keep beyond, you keep beyond that, anywhere, you always are going to get the image between this, and it is going to be smaller in size as compared to this one. So that's the case. That is the reason we do not mention that we have kept the object beyond 2f1, at 2f1, because anyhow, anywhere you keep it, you're going to get a diminished image, and here itself between this and this. That's the reason we don't classify the cases for concave lens like we did not do for convex mirror, if you all remember. So we have two cases for concave lens, and what we have seen that in both the cases, what kind of image we are getting? We are getting a virtual and erect, and on the same what you say, same side, we are getting the diminished image.